Hey guys, my name is Zeniac and welcome back to another episode of the Foolsopolis here in City Skylines. But today, we are expanding like we have never expanded before. Last episode we had a little bit of a death issue, so today I actually want to start planning out some of our death care zones. And by that, we're going to build a couple of crematorium stuff like that. I don't think I would build any graveyards because you eventually do have to empty them. But we need to do basically strategically place them around the map. I want to add in a couple more roundabouts to ease and aid the traffic flow around the city. And I want to take a look at a couple more highway junctions as we hopefully then start to create more demand. Because we're now at the point in the game where demands are low. Any demand that does appear is probably going to add in 1,000, 2,000 residents at max. So we need to kind of add a little bit of oomph into the economy right now. So as always guys, if you do enjoy this and want to see more, then make sure you smash that like button down below. If you're around here, then make sure you do subscribe so you're notified when that next episode does come out. But we're back, boys. We are back right now. And before we jump into it, though, a few guys, as we built that beautiful big train line last episode, were questioning whether it was actually connected in some of the areas, because it was quite difficult to kind of see. There we go. If that makes it as visible, we're connected there. We're connected there. And we had then the two connections over here. As you can then see, it's connected. Sometimes the way that the sun shines, you can kind of not see it. But we're connected there. And then the two other spots, we're just over here. We got the connection there. And the connection there. The trains are all hooked up, boys. So, we need to do some expansions then. So, what I want to do then is I want to add in a roundabout here, which will hopefully aid a little bit more flow around this. I mean, they are stopping and starting and kind of being backed up and whatnot. The main problem is they can't flow through as quick because, you know, as far as they get, it's just backlog after backlog. Here it becomes a little bit of a mess. I want basically a roundabout there. One just here, because as I build within this area, because we do have some zoning down, which is going to take forever and a day to kind of appear, we need to aid the traffic flow around this little section. I need to get this connection in as well, extend the canal a little bit more, and I want to play around with this connection to the import-export. It's not great. I want to do something a little bit differently to aid another connection to the highway, so this industrial area. It's not dominantly using that one, but we'll see how it goes. And also, obviously, a bunch of crematorium stuff. So, let's start with the crematorium stuff then, because this stuff is, it's going to take a while if I delete it all to get the new vehicles all out. Now, what I want to do is I want to have them in nice areas, but also near a highway connection so they can skedaddle out of here quick enough. Now, I'm thinking here, I'm going to add a highway connection just here. So I reckon, just after the university, around this little section, we do like a decent crematorium area. And then we'll do one over on like round here somewhere with another highway connection. So we've got it both sides of the city, decent highway connection. They can get to where they need to get to so much quicker. Everybody well, not everyone's happy because people are dying, but everybody happy right now. So we'll sort this highway connection out. And then we'll know how much space we've then currently got to build our little kind of area. So that should be a 10. That should be a 10, which it is. And if I quickly go to one that I prepared earlier, we'll do a 10, and that's like a 26. So if we elevate it, so elevate the 10, the 10, the 10, and the 10. And then we upgrade it to this road. The reason I do it the other way around with the other road first is because this one doesn't like to sometimes go in a straight line. So it's just easy to do it this way. And we'll go a 26 by a 26. 26 by a 26. So we have to obviously flip around the bits that we need to flip around. There we go. So underneath, we just simply connect you up. We have to anarchy it. There we go. Beautiful. And then we need to sort out the ramp situation. So making sure this all angles correctly. Oh, what happened there? Excuse me, boy. There to there. There to there. So we get a couple of confused vehicles at the moment because they get caught up in their lane changes and directions. We then need to single file this bit after for the mathematics. There we go. We'll quickly add these in just here. Bam and bam. And then down here, we're going to have to bulk this up a little bit. So from there. Oh, no. Hold on. There to there. So we do 2 sections. Is it 2 or 3? How did I do over here? Yeah, we did 2. 2 sections of it coming down and exiting as a double kind of road. So we can then simultaneously pump out 2 vehicles onto the junction at once. We'll get rid of the traffic lights. And then we'll do this. I like to do it manually just because I like to, you know, see the connections take place. So the reason we do 2, so we can then pump 2 on at once. And then obviously 2 off at once. And then we're only really crossing 3 paths of road. Oh, that didn't get connected. There we go. So reduce the amount of paths that do cross. We aid the traffic flow. Helps us all out. Everyone's a winner. Everyone again gets on with their life. Yay. Sounds depressing, doesn't it? There we go. And there's like a node in the middle so they can switch lanes when they're going onto it. Right, that sorts us out there then. No worries, issues, questions about that. So then we need to sort out then a beautiful little crematorium area. So I think I'm going to have it on this side there. So I know I've got one there, but we're going to make it a little bit more beautiful, a little bit more better. So we're going to first start then with creating a couple of roads that do connect to the main dragger road. So I bring you down, and let's say I wanted to connect it out to there. So if I come down by 10, and then we're looking at a 9 by 9 bend, connecting us straight in. I don't want to do it too close to this because it will cause traffic, so at least they can drive down. Right, same thing to happen down here then. So what is the distance to that? That is a 41. So that is a solid enough distance. What's that down to there? That is a 33. So that's going to be slightly off a bit, which we don't mind too much because it is the connection directly in. Now we've got a few main roads, which is perfect. That will all lead to this. Now I don't want to grid this because it's not going to look right. It's not going to look right doing too many grids. So we want the advanced crematoriums. We want this one. I really do like this one. So we're going to create now. I'm going to use these little side streets as creating, you know, nice little roads that go down to it. So down to here is 40. So if I pick the 20, bring it down, and I'm going to go for a nice 10 by 10-ish, if that's what you want to class it as. Go down by another 10. I'll actually do a 20 by 20. Nah, that'd be too much. That'd be too much. Another 10 by 10. I'll do another 10 by 10. And then end it with another 10 by 10. So wiggle around. I'm going to place down like a load of trees around here so I really bulk this area up. So in reality, we have a bunch of crematoriums there, a load of advance. So we're going to place these down in like these little beautiful little areas right now. So we'll do one there. We'll do one. Yeah, there will be fine. Just here's fine. Right, I think that one's kind of slightly placed a little bit awkwardly now. So if I had you there, jump back into it. Now it's really going to annoy me. Right, you there. And I could get one then, it's not a problem. So if I place that one there, and then we move this one. Move this one down to here. I'm just not feeling this. How does that work? Okay, that's a bit better. So they look awkwardly placed, but wait until I got the trees in like this. And it'll all look kind of good. So I could get another one in. Just squeeze one more just there. So that becomes a nice little area here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could get rid of these 4, and then that means I still have the same amount of capacity plus 2, if that makes sense. So we got those there. Where else do we have them? We have a couple over here, which I'm going to get rid of. So we might experience a little bit of a death wave issue. As I get rid of the existing vehicles that are driving about, and I replace them with just that one-sided area. But as long as I stay above capacity, we should be okay. It's just they've got a long drive to go. Right, I might as well get rid of all of these and just start from scratch. So the whole reason for it is one, to have a decent highway connection, but also to be like in a respectable area. That's the whole point of this. So a lot of vehicles are now driving out. Yeah, it's traffic for days, but once they drive out, they'll be coming back, you know, one at a time, basically. So trees then, the Foolsopolis brush, we're going to make that a bit bigger. We're going to fill this area up. There we go. Nice. So there's a couple just there then, which will kind of work out very, very well for us. So we've got this large advanced crematorium. So I have a 800 capacity for us right now. So they'll go in their many, many directions. Give them time. They'll do what is needed to be done. And how many vehicles do they have each one? 32. That's a lot, isn't it? That's a lot. So we'll have some death now. We'll have some serious death until these vehicles can get out there and skedaddle. We're going to place another one over this side of the city. Now I'm thinking, where would be the better option for us? I mean, there could be a good location. It's near this, but I'm going to have too much traffic around here. I mean, initially we probably will, but once I drop that roundabout down, do you reckon we should drop the roundabout down first and see if it aids and improves this stretch of road? Let's do that first then. So we'll get the roundabout mod up right now. It's a 3-lane highway, and if I can remember, I always forget what we use, but it should be an 80, which it is. So we're going to pause the game real quick right now because we got a lot of changes to be making right now. Right there, roundabout. Right, delete you, delete you, delete you, delete you. Right, we're going to have to delete you back by 1. Right, this is where all the changes now come into play. So that was a 10 going down. We've now created the little V where underpass, underpass, just like that. And then we need to bring these roads 5 away. So a 9 is then 5 away. An 11, so I need a 6, which is 5 away. This is a different style of road, it's okay. So a 11, and we're 5 away. 14, and we're 5 away. Good stuff. So, we can then do our 6x6s. Boom. Boom. Six by 6. Boom and a boom. Boom and a boom. And then we'll quickly set the roundabout up then. So it has all the turn, the give way, everything like that all thrown in. And I've just got to sort out this because sometimes they do like to do a quick little UE on these roads. And then we're sorted. I think we're sorted. So there we go. Allow the vehicles to then navigate this chaotic mess that we've now created. And then we'll eventually do the big crisscross section. I think I've got it right anyway. Let me just double check. So that goes kind of straight into there. That's like 10 away-ish. Yeah, give or take. Yeah, we'll go with it. So that'll take a minute or two for them to figure out what is now going down. And hopefully create more of a flow. That's what it should do. Of course, we'll have like issues and problems moving forward with some of these areas, but I've just got to wait for the bulk of the traffic to skedaddle. Now, what I can do here as well, which will kind of help us out, is if I do it like this, the traffic scenario, because we have 2 roundabouts, if they're coming down here and want to turn, like, well, let's say they're coming down here and want to turn in left, what they could do is go all the way down, round the roundabout, come back and in. Or vice versa, turn there, underneath and round. So I'm trying to, you know, have an alternative strategy, have like a no turning policy, so it all keeps this flowing straight. And then might make alternative routes and methods to go to where they want to go to, keeping this a little bit more flowy, sorting out the rest of this is what is hopefully we are planning is going to happen. But I'll give this time. I'll give this time to kind of tear through. And while it happens, we're going to extend and expand some of this road. So if I brought this down, say by 11, just to kind of match it. We got a connection. No, we got a what you call it, a metro stop just there, don't we? Which, should I be having another, is that going to be, well no, it's not going to be the only connection because we would have this. So if I brought this down by 10, boom, just for a second, back up, and then that should be, that's a 10. Okay, so it's kind of throwing us off right now. But I'm going to match it at 10. Normally I would do an 11. But I'm going to match it. And then coming down to there is a 40. So already we've done a 30. So we want a, there we go, underground. There we go. Right, we've at least got that side sorted anyway. There we go. So if I was to add in the crematorium stuff, it will be over on this side. And it'll probably come from this junction maybe. But that's got this flowing a bit more right now. We've got to give this time to move through. Which will hopefully then move all this. So we're starting to see some improvements and some movements right now. Alright, that's an 11 away. So it's one side's a 10, the other side's not. It's kind of mental and all over the place. Right, come on. So you'll go like that, and then you'll go like that. So then that will go underneath. There we go. So that will go like that, and everything else should now fall into place. So underneath, we'll go at 10. Beautiful. Alright, back up to Earth. And we'll bring this down. So that is then, or if that's there running this way, that's a 20. Okay, so I'm just working out my alignments. So that will go to there, to there. That will go to there, to there. Right, we've figured it out, boys. Damn. It gets so confusing when you've got all these different sizes and lengths that you got to play around with. But we get there in the end. So this will be one of the main kind of passes through. Because of how close this is to the actual highway junction, we don't actually get to have any decent connections to this little section. So it's a case of like, you come down here, turn, go underneath the passages to get to these sides a bit easier, or drive further down and then turn in this way. That's kind of how it all, helps out in many ways. So something else that I've kind of noticed is on this junction, that they don't free flow through, if that makes sense. So we add this kind of system in to push them through. So it's all moving. We had a serious backlog. It's still going quite far back right now with all these vehicles. So we have these guys, the ability to flow through on this road. And then the same just here. Oh, wrong button. Coming from both sides right now just to kind of keep them moving through. We should work out pretty well. And obviously, we've got to wait for everybody to switch their lanes because we have that little node just there. But we're just pumping everyone through right now. It's looking good. So, do you know what? I think I will throw it down. It probably would cause much traffic issues, but it's all moving. It's not a standstill. That's the other thing I've got to try and think of. I know we're backlogging it onto the actual highway itself. But come on, you foolios. I know you got so many vehicles to move right now, but we're moving. We're flowing. We've got so much death. I've got to build it. So let's get this done then. So we will run this road down to here. So let us bring that down. Bring that down. Bring that down. And then from that, we'll then start our little kind of spirally road. So bring it to there. And I want to do what I did in the other area as well, because I think it looks kind of nice. And then bring this up. We'll go down by another 10. Bam. Bam. No, if I actually delete back. I could actually connect it back to here, couldn't I? A nice little ring road going around and then drop a few around and within it. That could actually work out pretty well. Okay, so the DEATHCARE side of it, we'll add one straight away here. I could do one just there, and then one just there. On the inside section, I could do one, let's say just here. I've then got room, oh no. Right, scrap that one there. If I did one there. Right, let me play around with a couple of designs right now. Right, if I had one there, I could then get away with one just there. Which means I could get away with one just here. Just here. And then just slightly under the highway. Which is a bit funky, but we'll go with it. And that's quite a few in that little area right now. So the road itself can also go straight down and connect. And if I were to bring this up there to there. Like that. And that is a full 20. What would a 10 by 10 bend look like on that? Okay, that works as well. That works pretty well. Okay. We'll go with that. We'll go with that right now. It's going to pump out all the DEATHCARE. We'll get the trees all placed down. All the way around. And we got to place the trees around by the water side, but I don't want the trees between the railway tracks. So bringing you down. And then just move along slightly. Get rid of the trains. Also as well, I want to do that sand thing. How did I do that last time? Was it this gravel? No, it weren't you. How did I do that again right now? Is it painting this? Aha. So I thought it looked kind of cool. Just to there. And I think here we'll kind of just finish it off on that sense. But I kind of like the idea of that. I kind of did like the idea of it. And if I continue over this side. And just there. Pushing it through. I don't know why. I just kind of like it. Back up. Well, I'll just take it to there. It just kind of feels right. I don't know if it's just me, but it just kind of feels right. All right, push. We'll just do this last little section here because I'm getting too carried away. I could sit here all day painting. I mean, I could run slightly... I mean, I could get carried away and paint this whole area. But I'll just kind of merge it in. We'll get rid of some trees along it. Oh, I'm getting too carried away. Sending out, call it a day, mate. See, this is what I mean. I'm getting too carried away. I'm getting too comfortable with this painting. There we go. Right, we'll keep it like that. We'll keep it like that, boys. From a distance, you know, it's good from far, but far from good, as they say. Right, okay, so we're pumping loads of hearses out right now through the city, which will in itself cause us beautiful traffic issues. Beautiful. And we still have the majority of the kind of complexity of the traffic coming in anyway. There's no changes upon this. As much as we're trying to kind of flow in the traffic a whole lot easier. But I think we need to think about some alternative methods and ways to bring the vehicles out of this dense industrial area into the city. Oh my goodness me, I told you we're going to have another death wave. I told you. So we got to think of alternatives and how we can bring goods in and out to different parts of the city to kind of drop the goods off, because at the moment in the city we only really have this kind of close stop there. We need something more local, which will kind of aid them to drop the goods in and out, because this is a bit mental. Isn't it? This is a bit mental. The traffic trying to get in. Damn, son. You do be crazy. You do be crazy. So where you're going back, you're returning back to the facility, recycling center, returning to the facility. It's all going back to the industrial area. That's pretty much what it's doing. It gets caught up on all of this. I could drop little roundabouts there and kind of aid the flow a bit more, but it's just the substance of the amount of vehicles tearing through. We could really do with a little bit of a help out. Now, something else I could do is up the capacity of this road. Maybe turn it into a 3-laner. You know, that wouldn't go amiss. Then as they're coming down, they've got multiple roads that they can kind of merge in. I wonder if that will kind of aid us a little bit. Again, I'm getting too carried away with this, and I don't want to go down this road of messing around. Oh, damn. Seniac, please. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. I just want to see what kind of happens from it. Now, it does completely change up the scenarios. It will pump more vehicles onto the road. But this will be interesting. If I had this as the continuation over, that as the continuation over, that as the designated turn in. We had this to go here, which means this coming in goes there. You kind of do have that one slightly free, but I could merge it over to that one as they progress further down here. So that could be your merging. That could be straight over. That could be your turn. That's your straight down. Oh no, that's not that one, sorry. That's your straight. That's your turn in there. I just want to try it. I've never actually done it this way, where the middle section's bulked up a bit more than the other sections. I just want to see if this allows us to bring in more vehicles, or allow us to pump out more vehicles. I don't think it will quite work on this kind of side. I don't think it will. But again, I'm open to seeing what is physically possible. But then again, you got to think, this is the only road that kind of comes into here. What would happen if then we changed up and had a road going out this way, which connected up to down here? If that road came round to connect up to there, you know, would it change how they're progressing and going through the, you know, roads and whatnot? So if I want to see where this is going to here. See, and that's another issue that we do have. How do I get out of this mode now? You need ways to drop cargo off to all this commercial area. Because it's so dense in the middle, there's no cargo train stop. They're going to do it via vehicle, which this is the downside to it. This is the downside to it. They've got to drive, and that's the only way in and out. So I'm interested to see how this goes. It could be a big mess. I don't like how they're all giving way, ultimately. Oh, wrong button. And allowing these guys to tear through. So you give way. Same on this side. You give way. That should pump the vehicles through a lot quicker. And we get to see some movement. Of course it will backlog this, but hopefully once all this is passed through, there's more free spaces for the vehicles to go through. So we've got to do something, because right now it's not working. It's starting to move and look a bit good. These are all coming in wanting to do a left turn. So that's also something interesting that we need to take note of and be aware of. They could turn off down here in this way, but I suppose they want to go to this area here. That's the kind of the big draw at the moment. So having also roads that connect through here would be a good idea as well. So let's say I got this road. Right now, we've got to create alternative routes. Brawl it to here, which is a 07. So if I just bring it down to, so we're 17 away from that little section. Right, okay, so what's the distance with this? That is a straight solid 20 away, okay. So if I do it 17 as well, if I can work that out in my head. So 32 would be 10, 25 would be 17. So we're 17 both sides. It doesn't really mean anything to us at the moment. But it's just so I can have that equal spacing so I know what I'm working with. I should have upgraded all this to be industrial road. And if we bring you straight down, we'll keep this road here kind of slightly open. So that's where you can have alternative road. That's actually now flowing a little bit better, by the way. It's just we've got some serious backlog. It is what it is. So if I do a 10, no, if I do a 12 by 10 with industrial road, and then we do a 12 by 10 with normal road, that is a 13 in the middle. So I'll go to here with normal road, and we're going to meet it with industrial road. There we go. Bam. Something a little bit different, right? So overpass is over. I'm not expecting it to be heavily used, but it just gives us another alternative kind of option. For when we start building up around here, we can have more roads that kind of overpass and skedaddle over to this area. So with the knowledge of it might being a decently used route, you don't want to create too many connections to that road. So, you know, I'll bring this up by 30. I'll do a 10 by 10 bend, because it turned out that other one was a pretty good one, to there. And then the rest of the connections literally go like this. So you were keeping long drags of road free for movement. And if I do a 15 connecting just to there, and you can kind of see how this all progresses and works. So already starting to get a few vehicles now progressing over here. So basically how you got to think of it is every vehicle that uses this bridge going down to here is one less vehicle here, which frees us up a bit more. So it's not about kind of also bulking up the capacity of these roads. You got to create alternative routes. That's another thing that we've kind of got to think about doing. So bring you to here. We'll mimic what we've got just there. All good, all good, all good. Don't know what I'll build there, but hey ho. It's looking pretty sweet. It's looking pretty sweet. So that is now moving, I won't say continuously, but it's not as bad. I mean, the backlog is still up to here, but that should slowly start to pump through. The biggest offenders is a lot of these guys want to turn that way, but then we get big sections of freeness where a lot of vehicles can pump through. The highway's backing up a bit, but as we start to get more and more free, it will slowly start to disappear. Those guys will want to switch lanes, which can be a big issue for them. So I could actually utilize the fact that they've got to turn in. So if I say they can go into that lane as well, they're already in one of the lanes that goes straight over to the next section. It's then these guys that have to kind of merge over a bit more, which doesn't work for them. See, this is where you get too carried away with this, and I don't want to go down this road because I create a monster where it could be really, really good or just really, really overcomplicated for the drivers. That's the monster that I potentially going to create. And you see with that road right now, how busy that is, you then need more and more and more alternative routes passing through to get you to where you want to go to. But eventually it'll be very, very free. Right, I've caught myself too caught up with that area right now. So the DEATHCARE then, I know we're going to have a lot of dead bodies right now because we've deleted a lot of the vehicles that were on the road already. And we've now built these 2 areas. Are the numbers going up or are they coming down? That's the question. We're on 3, 2, 3, 1. If it's coming down, I'll slowly let it do what it's got to do. Oh, that went up there, didn't it? That did slightly go up. 3, 3, 1, 1. Oh, 15. Is it going to go up again? Oh, okay. It's definitely going up quite dramatically. It's definitely going up. So I still don't have enough capacity. Even though I do, I just don't have enough vehicles on the road. So we're going to have to build one more area. One more area, which will really, really help us out. Now, this road here is not really going to end up going anywhere. It'll probably kind of come down, skedaddle over that direction. I could drop it here, because we have this little connection there. We've got one there, one there. I feel like we do. I mean, you can tell by where the current icons are flashing right now. We need one somewhere over here, don't we? We really do. So I could get it within this awkward area around here, to be honest with you. There's not really much going on. So I could take from this that way. I could take from there that way. And then we kind of want to filter them. I could filter them into one road, which would be handy. So if I ran parallel with you to there, I could bring it down to the 15 marker. 10 by 10 to kind of slightly end it. That road could wiggle through, but we'll just kind of leave it like that. Then we are pretty much wanting to connect to somewhere where I don't know. I could do a 5 by 5. I could do a 7 by 7 down into that section. So if they're coming out this way, they'll do a right turn, go round. Here, they've got to do a left turn to cross over. So if you make it more dominant that you want it to go down that way, add that there. This will be interesting because this is going to throw a lot of chaos on us right now. So if I add that going slightly diagonal, just to break up the straightness and organization and uniform of what we got going on here. Then we start to bend and end you right there. Now, we again could have it going underneath the train tracks. So we're going quite large and quite dominant again. And we'll have one directly in the middle. So it does look mental. It does look mental. Does it work with the train tracks? I don't think it does, to be honest with you. I don't think it does because the trees kind of go through it. Which, that's okay. It's not a problem. But if we up our brush size right now, I do want to bulk all this up. And the trees will be a nice additional touch to finishing the area. Now we have some substance over on this side. And I will kind of cover this side to trees as well and leave it like that. And it'll just finish off the area quite nice. Yeah. There's a little bit more I could drop down. There we go. There we go. So again, lots of vehicles that are going to tear their way through and out right now. Just got to give them a little bit of time. Traffic lights wouldn't be a miss. So some of them want to go straight. Some of them want to go straight on. So it'll take a moment or two for them to figure out where they exactly want to go. We've actually gained 7,600 people today. And I haven't done any zoning. That's amazing. That's amazing. It's mainly this over here slowly growing. But how's this looking right now? I'm still getting caught up over on this right now, aren't I? I really am. I think there's just too many vehicles coming out for the demand. Or for the capacity. I think that's literally what it is. So why are these guys being so slow? I think it's the constant merger of these coming in. Slows them down, but it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. The opposite side's flowing beautifully anyway. And I think it is because I've got them crisscrossed there, but I needed the space for them to be able to turn left. Now I'm seeing not many of them wanting to do it. I'm going to take that off and see what happens this way. That's what I'm next interested in. Is how they progress if I switch them completely over. It's going to cause backlog here. But I just want to see how it changes things. Right, I'll leave that to simulate for a minute or two. I'm getting too caught up on that. I've overcomplicated it when it could be so much easier. But I'd rather make things a complete and utter mess, mightn't I? Right, okay, so I did want to get a roundabout in over here. But I feel like that's kind of free for a moment, so we'll kind of leave it. We've got you connected, which is looking good. So we're going to slightly extend the canal system. So, which is this one. And we'll go for the deep wide boy. So if I bring you out to there, so I can do a 90 degree. So I want that to come down here and to connect this way. I might use the connection tool in just a... You know what? Yeah, we'll use the connection tool. I want to see... Oh no, wrong button. I want to see how it looks. So connection to the connection. There. So we'll go as close as we can with it. Drop you in. There we go. It's all part of the fun. We're getting pretty close. And I do kind of want it to run down this way as well, which I think will be pretty cool. So if I stay away... Alright, keep that 10 there, so I've got the straight line. That way. Where's the snap? Snap's just there. So bring that down to here. Which would continue going down this way. And then it will kind of, at some point, meet up to the little stream that runs down as the canal passes through. So, keeping this also going straight. Rather than just a turn, I can have that continually go this way, and that just kind of be like a little T connector, basically, is how we can work it. As that progresses in a different location, direction, I don't know what it may be. Well, I might just kind of fully bend it. I don't know how time would kind of progress until that's all done. But that extends our little canal system right now, which will give it time to slowly start moving the water, which will probably cause flooding everywhere. But when doesn't it cause flooding, Seniac? When doesn't it cause flooding? So with all my def then, we're now into the 4,000s. Is it still coming down? Are we still waiting for them vehicles to progress out? Not really. So it is still slowly increasing, but I've got a ton of... I've got 17,600 capacity. More capacity than we ever had done before. But I think it's because I got rid of all the vehicles. Now I've got to get all the vehicles back out there. It's kind of gone skew-iff a little bit. Oh, now there's the 3,000s. So it is slowly coming down. Glorious. So with that recent change that I made here, has it aided the flow? The backlog is now kind of slightly on the bridge. So you could argue that's kind of worked out a little bit. Do we have many vehicles going this way? I don't know. So what I'm thinking of is making an exception for these guys only. To be able to flow straight on. Thus creating consistent movement. They will slow down for some peeps, don't get me wrong. But then it just causes backlog over here, doesn't it? So, I mean, who wins at the end of the day? Nobody. Nobody wins. Right, okay, so... Oh, we got a backlog over here right now with the trains. The trains are all coming in. Very, very busy boys over here with getting the goods in and out. Very busy boys. Why is it all of a sudden so busy on this little section? It's the majority of the trains wanting to get in. Ah, okay, so they're... No, okay, I got confused. They're all trains coming in. So I need alternative methods to export the goods, don't I? We really do. Right, that won't be a problem. Because I've got the train over and down. I can create some more connections. I think we got to take a serious look at our train lines, and ways that we can kind of drop a little cargo stop here and there, because that will aid the flow of the vehicles. Also, adding in more roads coming out of there will aid the flow. I've still got to make this 4-lane road off the roundabout go straight over and progress down, which will connect to more roads over here. I don't know why I'm trying to solve this when I'm not finished with the area, if that makes sense. I'm just not finished with it. The backlog now is here. So that is actually moving along pretty nice. It's not one of my finest setups, but it's kind of working. We now gained up to 12,000 residents so far. I don't know where the demands are coming from. I have no idea. I'm surprised the industrial is not screaming from the top of their lungs right now. I'm really surprised on that. But hey ho. I don't understand the game at times. I really don't. So it all works out then. Little pockets all filling up. Very, very good. Canals all moving slowly through. Again, looking really, really good. So what will be my next move then? I have got to think about sorting out some more connections for the trains. Now, while we do have that over there, I feel like we should have one over around here somewhere too, which will kind of be like a really, really big benefit for us. So if that was a main road that passed up and over, we'll kind of leave that to do what it's got to do. But it would be nice to have like a little road coming out somewhere. So the distance from here to here is 80. So if I came up here by a 10 by a 40 and down, that there should be an 18, 22. Completely messed that up, haven't I? Let's try that again, Soniac. So if I went... Alright, is that the 10 mark? Right, that's the 10 mark here. I delete you and you, delete you and you. It should be a 20 both sides. 23. 23. Why is this so difficult to do? Right, 10 by 20 and up. Alright. I can do it this way round. 10 by 40 and down. And that should be a 20, which it is. Delete ya, delete ya. Delete ya, mate. Bam. Now, do I stick the train line here, or is that kind of going to be too dominant for this area? It would be if I was going that way, but I should be going this way with the traffic on this side to begin with. Because obviously on this side here, it's all coming straight down. All roads lead to the main road. Oh, I could pump it back a bit more. So let's say I came up to the 30 marker there, straight down. And instead of having that one crisscrossing this way, we're already in the fashion of going straight up. But this is where the one where you kind of crisscross it that way. So bam, bam. Bam, bam. And then... Ooh, if I went across to there as well, and then did another 10 by 10, and then we'll do it there instead. So we're really freeing ourselves up. We're really freeing ourselves up. It's very gritty again. But we've got main roads that drag through. We've got passing through roads. We've got connector roads. It should be all good. Now, we're not going to really see much of a demand or change at the moment. But we got to do what we got to do, boys. So if I come out by a 10. If I do a... Will it allow me to do a 10 by 10? Right, we're doing 9 by 9 because the game hates me. And then a 21. I just killed that trade-off. 21. Right, the train tracks are connected both sides there, as you can now see. They are connected there, as you can now see. And they are connected there. Great stuff. Very simple. My only concern is if I have too much train traffic coming in, it's going to backlog this line. But we'll kind of, it might split between the two traffics. If that is going to be the case, I might extend it down this way longer. Connect in so we've got more of a, you know, a site to, oh, I just realised. I want this coming down as a little bit of a river, don't I? I do. So, okay, we'll change it up. We'll change it up. So I'm going to bring this by 40. And then we'll go up by 10. Right, don't worry about too much about how this kind of looks. Because we're going to change it all up in just a moment. There. No, is that going to be too close, do you reckon? I reckon that's going to might be a bit too close. Right, if I delete you there. And how does this connect? 4 before. And then, yeah, we'll actually go from here, which is going to be fine. I'll actually connect it. So this is going to be quite a long swing, isn't it? I don't know how I feel about this long swing. Right, they're going to be the main connecting points, which we'll use the connecting tool for. So get rid of you. Alright, this is definitely going to be a bit different, isn't it? Alright, there to there. Go big. Like that. Then from there to there. Beautiful. That will work, and we have the river kind of flowing through the middle. Now, of course, we've got to get this all connected down here. So that becomes a... Okay, we'll come down by 5, 21, 21. So it is all connected there. It is all connected there. It is all connected there. That's all we really care about. So it's long enough right now. If the trains do turn off, it's not going to backlog. That I've just realised it's the wrong side of the tracks. It's the wrong freaking side of the tracks. Oh my goodness me. Seniac, what are you doing right now? No matter what I do right now, I've got to connect to this side of the tracks. Oh, I'm so... No, I still could do it. I could still do it if I elevate. If I elevated this line just there. Or if I elevated this line for so long. Right, let that train pass. I don't want to ruin that train's journey. Right. We'll select from here. Bam. Wabam. 21. 21. So we're connected. We're connected. Alright, bring you back down. We're connected. Right, hold on. So now I've got to elevate certain parts. What a nightmare. What a freaking nightmare right now. So we'll go from here to here. Elevate your boy. There. Elevate you. And leave it like that. What a pain. What a pain in the booty. But it gives us an alternative train connection. I mean, even though all that... Oh, no, it's this one of it. Even though that is feeling the burden right now, it should kind of decipher through a little bit easier. Especially for these guys as we build up and more. It might give us another train alternative because then the train route is probably then shorter to get over to here. You never know. You never know. But we'll see what happens. It will be interesting to see what happens anyway. But I've definitely got to bring this down as a little river right now so as to connect to this. See how that goes. La-di-da-di-da. But I do need more train connections in various places. We've gained, again, no zoning. And I've gained 15,000 residents today. Truly killing the game. Right, looking pretty good. So I think we'll end it for here then, guys. We do need some more garbage needs by the looks of it. Our garbage is slowly filling up over here, which another little garbage plant over here wouldn't go amiss. But a few little things, little bits and bobs that we've done. We've kind of improved the flow of the traffic. The traffic is no longer stopping and starting down here. The backlog is now here. Once that's clear, I don't know what I did. I don't know how what I did there is eased the flow. I have no idea, but it's kind of worked. And on that note, we'll take it. We will take it. So we've still got 101 problems here, there, and everywhere. But we're starting to solve the issues. Death down to... Oh, okay. Back up to 4,000. Okay. DEATHCARE is all over the place. We'll just still give it some time to kind of simulate. I don't know where the death is. Maybe they're all in the vehicle, slowly driving back. I don't know. But we'll give it some time. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, boys. But for now... we are going to end it for here. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, good.